This video is a response to the Expelled super trailer, and oh my goodness, what paranoid individuals Ben Stein is. Hello! Apparently, according to this super trailer, there's a massive conspiracy involving all the scientists, all of the media, all of the courts, the entire education system, and as he says, pretty much everybody trying to suppress knowledge of an intelligent designer. And this is just nonsense. I mean, we're talking serious paranoia this man must have. And then he says that the scientists, who he calls neo-Darwinists, are afraid of the intelligent design movement. We're not afraid of the intelligent design movement. We're frustrated with it. They don't have any evidence. And we're certainly not paranoid. Let's put it this way. If there was actually evidence of intelligent design or a creator or whatever you want to talk about, if there was evidence for this, it would be all over the news. Every scientific journal in the world would want an exclusive on that evidence. Alright? There's no conspiracy. What happens is that the intelligent design movement keeps saying, hey, we've got new evidence, and they never do. It's just the same old arguments that aren't even logical. All they present are false arguments of argument by disbelief and a circular reasoning saying, well, if, a false dichotomy, if it's not this, it must be this. It's not even true. And then the arguments that they do use to critique Darwin are like 150 years old. Seriously, people. We have had 150 years of research occur from the time Darwin presented his ideas to now. And a lot of the arguments that were made when Darwin first proposed his theory of evolution were absolutely valid. But in 150 years, they've been refuted. So these people keep trotting out 150-year-old, out-of-date arguments and bad logic, and then keep telling us that they've got new evidence. They don't have any evidence. If they had evidence, it would make worldwide headlines. There's not a massive conspiracy involving everybody but them to suppress this information. It's readily available, and the refutations of their arguments are readily available. So I look at this trailer and I think, oh my gosh, these people are totally paranoid. The other thing you need to know is the main story that they highlight, which is the Sternberg story, the Smithsonian guy that lost his positions and was ostracized, is totally false. Totally false. He didn't lose his position. He had resigned anyway. And then he publishes this thing in his last edition. He didn't lose his office. He didn't lose any paid positions. It's a totally false story. So what you have is a preview for a movie that is paranoid to the extreme and is on the top of, right off the bat, giving you false stories, not even telling you the truth about what's in their movie. The thing that I think has the scientific community so upset about this movie is not just that it's just annoying, because that's all it is. We're not afraid of it. It's just an annoyance. But that they try to connect Darwin's theory of evolution to the atrocities of like Hitler and Stalin. And yes, they do call Stalin footage Hitler footage because they're idiots. But what do you expect from, Nixon's speechwriter, basically? And that's just not fair, because the theory of evolution, biological evolution, is completely unrelated to what politicians did with social theory and their misunderstanding of evolution. Evolution is about a tree, not a ladder. Evolution does not teach about superiority of any particular species, as the social evolutionists do. Totally unrelated. Anyways, paranoid movie, paranoid people, not telling the truth. That's what you have to look forward to in that movie.